get to it. Not do it, but to do it. Alright. We're here on a Monday. It is February 6th. Obviously, this is the first game jumping off here in the NBA. We got some NBA to discuss. We're going to discuss a couple of games in the college, both men's and the women's side today. Won't be talking too much Eagles and Chiefs today because, it's Monday. We're not going to really get too much information as far as injury reports and things of that nature, as far as like Patrick Mahomes or, Kadarius Toney or L'Jarius Sneed or some of these guys that are on the Kansas City Chiefs that are hurt. Not so much injuries are coming out of the Eagles camp, but apparently there is a player that didn't really play very much this year on the Eagles, and he's been arrested. Did some shit really bad. I mean, I don't want to speculate. I mean, just like Joe Mixon, I mean, he had an arrest warrant and now it kind of calmed down, but I mean, who knows? We don't know, In a day and age, we try to give everybody a benefit of the doubt. Well, I don't know, man. This is the position that we find ourselves in. I mean, guys compromising themselves, or is it just people trying to make a payday off these athletes? They see, oh well, this is an athlete here. Let me try to get a fucking scandal out of it here and there. I mean, but that's just call it as it is. I mean, a lot of people don't like to hear this, but a lot of these sports athletes think they're God. And by no means any of these athletes are God. None of them. None of which. Not Michael Jordan, not Kobe Bryant. I mean, obviously Kobe died, so Kobe's not immortal. I mean, Bill Russell died. I mean, a lot of these, these guys that were great, amazing basketball players, great athletes, But at the end of the day, we want to counter these people as, oh, well, this guy was a great human being. Oh, this guy does great things for his community. Why do we always call these guys stupid and idiots and morons, but yet we don't hold these guys accountable when they do terrible things. When they go out and, murder somebody, or they go out and rape a woman, or a man, or whoever, or they go and destroy shit, or they destroy themselves, or they take drugs, or they're selling illegal drugs, or they're, doing shit that they're not supposed to be doing. But that is our society. We don't hold people accountable. We only hold certain people accountable. So that's why, athletes and some of these people, they get away with a lot more shit than a normal person would. And people, you can have an argument with me all day long about that, but it's the truth. I mean, we know a lot of guys that got off. Dudes that probably may or may not have done bad shit. I mean, look at Lawrence Taylor. I mean, we don't want to get his. It wasn't just the cocaine. LT had some inappropriate relations with an underage minor as well. As much as we want to give R. Kelly shit, we need to give these athletes like, now come on now. We want to call a spade a spade. I mean, R. Kelly, he don't get a pass for doing these things to, girls that were underage, and some of these were actual grown-ass women. Now, I'm sorry if you're a grown-ass fucking woman and you're letting another grown-ass man do this shit to you. At some point, you gotta fight back. I'm sorry. This whole, I was terrified of him. Well, obviously you weren't too terrified because obviously you continue to let this shit go on. And we don't want to put people on accountabilities. We don't want to hold these athletes accountable. We don't want to hold these politicians accountable. But we want to hold each other accountable. See that doesn't make sense. Well, we have to be accountable, but they don't have to be accountable. That doesn't make sense. The system is broken. The system has flaws, and we can sit here and argue about, whether the games of the NBA are rigged or NFL's games are rigged and all that. Of course they're rigged. It's called sports entertainment. It's no longer a sport. It's called sports entertainment. I mean, look at what happened with wrestling. Oh, wrestling's not a sport. Well, now it's sports entertainment. Just like the UFC, just like boxing, it's all sports entertainment. So you could pay these motherfuckers bazillions and gazillions of dollars a fucking year because of that. But, let's be honest. What are these athletes doing? Are they feeding their communities? Are they helping? Are they giving back to said places and communities like they say they are? No. We only see let's just say we only see a small segment of players and people that actually give a fuck. The rest of them, they don't care. They just want all their money. They don't care about communities. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They just care about their paycheck. And can I call that selfishness? No. They're trying to take care of their bag, which is honorable. But you can't sit up here and act like you're better than somebody else and you're some sort of fucking social justice social worker out here helping motherfuckers in the community. When some of our people in our community don't want help. How do you fix a problem when people they don't feel that there's a problem? How do you do that? How do you deal with people like that feel that there is no problem and they're not going to change? I mean, as much as people want to sit here and rant a rave about a whole bunch of crap, but see, people don't want to do that. People want to get up on here and get on the fucking internet and talk a whole bunch of bullshit every fucking day. Oh, but I get copyrighted every day, but all these other people cannot get copyrighted. I don't understand it. Now, I'm not making no money. I don't have no YouTube. I don't have no Cash App. I don't have no fucking WhatsApp app. I don't have none of this shit to tell people to pay me for all this shit that I'm doing. And I'm surprised the NBA hasn't come after me, the NFL or anything, because I'm using logos, that's how fucking stupid this is. I mean, I can't play music, but this motherfucker can get up on here and do it? I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't get it, and it's unfair. And it's the reason why, shit's gonna come down the hill. We all think that, shit's gonna come to heat in a lot of bad ways. And we won't be sitting up here having discussions and all that. We'll be sitting here and figure out what the fuck's gonna happen and what we're gonna be doing. Not up on here talking about fucking stupid sports and stupid ass motherfuckers that, continue to give them glory. And it's just like the dumbass people that play video games all day. You wonder why the video games don't get any better, because you dumbasses continue to perpetuate the fucking bullshit. Well, it's content. Well, so I guess video games is your content. You have no content. The only content you have is the games that you play, which is bullshit. But see, that's why I get up on here and I talk my shit. And I don't give a fuck if people don't like me or just whatever. That's not... See, we have to get over this people liking you shit and all this, everybody's gonna kiss my ass. That's not what the world is about. If you look at the history of things, of this planet, of what happened, we've gone through good periods. We've gone through fucking crazy periods. We've gone through all this crap. You don't think that none of us are going to be going through this shit? We're not going to find ourselves in the thick of this shit? Yeah, we are. And you can make all the fucking bullshit excuses you want. But the reality is still the reality. The nature is still the nature. You can't change nature or reality. But needless to say, let's get on here and talk about the fucking Wizards and the Cavaliers. Talk about a little bit of NBA here. We got a couple of college games. So it's a light day of sports today, so, and me, I always get up on here and I talk my shit, and I give no fucks. I truly don't. I have to hear people's rants and raves and everything else, but, I don't sit there and go, well, you fucking idiot. We can have a discussion about differences of things, but nobody wants to have a discussion. See, that's the problem. People say they want to have a discussion, and people say they want the, well, we're fair melon, so we try to give you both sides of it. No, you're not. You're trying to be a piece of shit and a scumbag, and that's what the fuck happens a lot of times. We get all these people up here that want to, tell you a lot of bullshit. Sugarcoat the shit all day long. Yeah, gamble, just gamble, be a gambler. Oh, but I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you who I pick, cause you need to pay. You need to pay $35.99 just to see who I'm gonna give you my picks. when I'm on here every day giving you the people I predict and the sides that I take and this and that. I'm not asking people to give me money. I'm not asking people to kill me because of my sides of what I take as far as the sports. But this is what I do. I have to be different than anybody else out here. I have to talk my shit. You know? The problem is we want to sit up here and we don't want to give everybody all this clarity, and all these people are nothing but just people that have opinions. That's it. There are no experts on here. There's no expert analysis motherfuckers that sit here. They can tell you that they're an expert analysis and they watch every damn thing, but, you know, at the end of the day, they can't tell you what happens. But needless to say, let's get into this Cavaliers-Wizards game. Cavaliers definitely been playing very well, and like I said, their record speaks for itself, 33-22, 11, and the Wizards 24-28. The Wizards, I don't know. Wizards are another team that, you know, I don't know. It's not that they have shitty players. You have Bradley Beal healthy. You have Kristaps Porzingis. You have Kyle Kuzma. And then you have some other guys, you know, and they just, for whatever reason, can't play well basketball. I mean, it's just weird. Like, some teams, like against the Nets, let's give you a prime example, this weekend. They should have whipped the Nets' ass. They were winning by 21 fucking points, and then they lose to the Nets by 2 at the end. And the Nets don't even have Kyrie Irving anymore. Kyrie Irving wasn't even playing. Ben Simmons, damn near Kevin Durant wasn't even playing. I mean, and the Wizards can't. So tonight, you think the Wizards going to beat the Cavaliers tonight? I don't think so. I believe Cavaliers win this game, and it could even be a close game. I still ride Cavs here tonight. Where's my handy dandy thing here? Let me do my prediction here. Let me give you my prediction here. Let me give you my prediction, what I think this game's going to be like here. I mean, a lot of times. Alright, so we got the Cavs and we got the Wizards here. I'm going to say the Cavs win 116 to 106 here. We'll say 10-point victory here. And we'll keep it as such here. Put it right on top there. There we go. There we are. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Cavs to win 116-106 here. And I just think the Cavs are they're the better team here. I mean, they are hands down the better team. The Wizards are just, I don't know. It's not that the Wizards are a terrible team. It's just they have Bradley Beal. They have Kristaps Porzingis. They have Kyle Kuzma. They traded away Rui Hachimura to the Lakers, which, I mean, that doesn't hurt them at all, really, because Rui wasn't really doing much for them anyways. But, you know, other than that, the Wizards aren't that good of a team. I'll be honest with you. I mean, they're 4 games under 500, which isn't, like I said, isn't a bad thing, but they're just not good enough, in my opinion, to be competitive right now in this Eastern Conference, which has gotten better. You know, you look at the teams like Cavaliers, I mean, the Celtics, and the 76ers. You know, they're I mean, you've got some strong teams. Milwaukee Bucks, you know. But I'm telling you, this this team here, not the business. Not the business. Alright, so let's pull that off here. We'll pull the record. We'll move these records out of here. As we going to pull up the next 2 teams here. The next 2 teams that we are going to talk about here will be, yeah, speaking of the Boston Celtics here, we'll talk about this Pistons and Celtics game next here. Alright, so let's make sure we get Alright. We got Detroit basketball here. Alright. Alright. There we go. Sorry, I had to, because I'm the type of person that, I do my shit all on the fly. I ain't somebody that's up here that's, get up here and bullshit you. I show you exactly what I do all the time. Every day, all day. Alright. There we go. Got the Boston Celtics logo here. There we go. Alright. Alright, but, let's see here. The Celtics record. Alright. Alright. Well, we're just going to do red and blue here. Alright. So Boston's record is 37-16 here. Let's put up Detroit's record up here. And then we will talk about this game here. As we always do. Alright. Alright. Let's get into this game here. Detroit obviously is a real bad basketball team right now. They're still a fairly young rebuilding basketball team. 14 and 40 just shows you just how bad this team is. And I just think, the Pistons are about two to probably 3 years away from, a competitive basketball team. Right now, they're just trying to get guys and get players, get some young players. Obviously, Jaden Ivey, obviously Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham's been hurt most of the season with some shin splints really bad. So, the Pistons, just a young team trying to get things together, trying to, generate revenue to get people get excited to come out there and watch them play. Obviously, they're going to get a lot of people to come in tonight to watch the Celtics come in there and pretty much beat the bricks off of them. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I know the Celtics got, the shit pushed in by the Celtics here, but I think Celtics just dominate here tonight here. Dominate in Detroit here, and obviously get the W and go to 38-16 here. A fairly easy win for Boston, in my opinion here. I mean, maybe Detroit plays tough here to start out the game or whatever, but I don't know. I'm just not buying in. I'm just not buying in to the. I'm just not buying into this Pistons team right now here. Let's see. I'm gonna say 120. Celtics score 120 here, and 103 for the Pistons here. So 120 to 103 here. We'll bring it into the screen here, so that way everybody can see here exactly what I predicted here. So that way, 120 to 130 here. I just feel like the Celtics are way better team than the Pistons are right now. And even if it becomes somewhat of a good, I still think at some point Boston just blows the doors open on them. and they don't have. And the Pistons don't have a chance, in my opinion, today. I mean, they have a chance. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying. I mean, 14 and 40 compared to 37 and 16. I mean, you tell me who's the better basketball team. And maybe the Pistons. And like I said, the only way I see Pistons is if they shoot the ball lights out and the Celtics can't hit a fucking basket. And if the Celtics can't hit a basket here tonight and just can't play defense, and Pistons are just lights out shooting 50 something percent from 2 point and then shooting like 40 plus percent from 3 point range and just on their game, that's the only reason I see Pistons winning this game. Otherwise, it's all Celtics all day long, in my opinion. All right. So let's move off these records here. And we'll move this off to the side right quick. All right, talk about our next game here. Talk about our next game, which will be, all right, which will be the Brooklyn Nets here. The Brooklyn Nets here. Speaking of the Brooklyn Nets here, I mean, they just made the trade. Obviously, Kyrie Irving is now officially a Dallas Maverick. I mean, he will not be playing tonight. Neither will Spencer Dinwiddie and I thought. No, I had the Brooklyn. I know I had the. I know I had the Nets logo here. It's got to be somewhere here. It's got to be somewhere. Huh. Oh, there it is right here. Right above the Nets here. Alright. Alright, so we got the Brooklyn Nets here. And they are taking on the Los Angeles Clippers here. The LA Clippers here. The LA Clippers. The Los Angeles Clipper. You mean tell me I didn't get the Clippers logo? Oh, here it is. Over here. I was wondering. I was like, man, where I was like, I know it, guys. I know I got both of these teams here. All right, so let's take, and we'll show you the Clippers record here. Alright. Clippers here. The Clippers record is 30 and 26 here. And let's get Brooklyn's record in here, and we'll start talking about both of these teams here. Obviously the Brooklyn Nets here. All right. And shockingly, shockingly enough, dude. I mean, look at this. Without Kyrie Irving playing, without Kevin Durant, this team is still 32-20. I mean, they're better than the Clippers right now, but in my opinion, they have a lot of distinction. Obviously, they didn't like Steve Nash being there, got rid of him. Kevin Durant was hurt, but didn't want to be there, was asking for a trade. Then you had Kyrie Irving come out and talk about he wanted to be traded. And then, once again, here recently, Kyrie Irving hurt his knee, got hurt, wanted to trade. Finally, Brooklyn said, you know what, Kyrie, we'll give you what you want. They found a trade partner in the Mavericks. Got Spencer Dinwiddie back. Got Dorian Finney. Got a future first-round pick and a second-round pick. 2027, I believe. Or, yeah, 2027, 2029 second-round draft pick here as well. But, I don't know. I think the Nets, they have, they're up by 12, they have 12 wins over 500 right now. I don't believe in this team here. Going forward here, I'm not a believer in this Brooklyn Nets team. I'm selling. I'm selling. I'm selling. I'm selling. I'm selling. I think the Clippers have a better shot here, and tonight is going to speak volumes to that. And my pick here is going to tell you as well why I think that. And I'm just I'm just not a believer in this Clippers not the Clippers. I mean, this Brooklyn team. I'm just not a believer here. I'm just not a believer in this team here. And yeah, and this is why I predict this score here. I predict the final score tonight to be 118-104 here. For the winners to be the Clippers here. I just don't see the Nets playing competitive basketball tonight. I just see the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are back healthy. And the Clippers just a better team. I mean, they've been battle tested in the West, and the Nets right now are just dysfunctional. Even if, in my opinion, even if Kevin Durant comes back, let's just say Kevin Durant comes back, okay, healthy, and maybe he's not pissed off, and Kevin Durant could play with these guys around him. But we know Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant likes to play around superstars and other guys. Well, they got that. He was trying to play around Kyrie Irving, but that doesn't work. So I don't know. You tell me. You tell me about Kevin Durant. You tell me that this guy, the Slim Reaper, the guy that talks shit to people on the internet like Donald Trump, and people people want to give Trump shit. Well, you better give Kevin Durant shit. He's out here talking shit to whoever and whatever, using burner accounts and all this other shit. I mean, yeah, Kevin Durant, you make more money than me, and whoopee fucking do, dude. And have your mama come up here and fight your fucking battles as a man. That's pretty sad, dude. Pretty fucking sad. I mean, my mom will protect me, but my mom will talk shit about me too. My mom will say, you motherfucking, you ain't about shit. You fight your own fucking battle, son. My mama don't come out here and talk shit for me. I talk shit for myself. And Kevin Durant, he's one of those motherfuckers that, you know what? I'm sorry. Just not a believer in the guy. Just not a believer in this organization here, the Brooklyn Nets. They I don't know. Maybe they got to clean house once again. Just clean house and just try to get better people to run this organization. And that speaks volumes to franchises in sports. The teams that have good owners, GM managers, and all the way top down. You see those teams every year. They're in there. They're either in there competing, or they're almost, they're on the cusp of, when they have a down season. Let's just say. But then you see these other teams that just I don't know what it is. Whether it's just people just don't want to fucking play, they just don't got the heart's not in it. I don't know. You can make up you can make whatever excuse you want for these teams and these players and these athletes. But at the end of the day, guys got to go out there and want to win. You got to go out there and play. You got to go out there and win. You can't just go out there and play through the play what's called vicariously through your emotions. You play with your heart. You play pissed off. You play mad. You play angry. You just got to go out there and ball, regardless of the circumstance. You got to go out there and ball, and everything. Media and everybody wants things to talk about, so they're gonna bring up drama and they bring up rumors and gossip and everything else because that's what the media does. Okay? If anybody hasn't figured out what the news and the media does, the news and the media, they rile people up, then people just get on the social media platforms, and they're the mouthpiece now of the government or whoever. And now it's not their fault, the government or these people. I mean, it's their fault for starting this shit, but it's not their fault for the fire that is the firestorm that has come from all this. But yeah, I'm selling the Brooklyn Nets, and I know they might have a 32-20 record right now here, but it's gonna be bad. It'll get bad if they don't get this shit together, and I don't know. Kevin Durant's not healthy, and I don't know. Maybe Ben Simmons, maybe this will wake Ben Simmons up, and maybe Ben Simmons will wake up and become a fucking basketball player again. It's another guy who needs to get his fucking head right, and maybe doesn't need to play a game of basketball because you can't mentally handle the game of basketball, bro. Like seriously, you can't handle. You have to go to a therapist because people talk shit about your game. Like I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It's one thing if you psychologically traumatized or something, and you have to, people have to go through, I mean, counseling helps people that actually are dealing with shit, that have to want to deal with the shit and want to get over the shit. Counseling doesn't work for people that don't think they have a problem and don't think that there's an issue. Just gonna say that. Just gonna say that right now. Alright, so let's take off this. Let's take off the scores, and let's get the next two teams up here so we can talk about them here. And that will be the Spurs and the Chicago Bulls. The Chi-Town Bulls, baby. The Chi-Town Bulls. Them Chicago Bulls, I'm telling you. We them Chicago Bulls, baby. Alright. There we go. We got the Chicago Bulls up here, and then we got to get this. We got to get these Spurs up here. We got to get them Spurs. Them San Antonio Spurs. Them Spurs. That San Antonio Spurs. The good old San Antonio. Alright, so let's put the record out here. Let's put the records up here, and then we'll start talking Spurs and Bulls here. Alright, the Spurs record is 14-39, so that's not very good at all. Not a very good record at all here, but the Spurs are a very young team. And Greg Popovich seems to, he's not, upset, he's not mad. He's just kind of enjoying coaching now, It's kind of like I figured. I figured, yeah, he's not really caring about the winning records of the championship. I think he just wants to coach the young guys and try to see, do what he likes to do, coach the game. And I just think that, a lot of times we forget that. We think that sports is all about, winning the games. And it is about wins and losses here. But, at the end of the day, it's all about having fun too. All right, so we got the Bulls record is 25 and 27. So obviously the Bulls have a better record, 2 games under 500. We are obviously all right. We're obviously a lot better team than the Spurs team here, but we played we've played kind of weird and strange here against teams like the Spurs. Teams like that have actually played well against us here. So I don't know. So so we're gonna do this here, and I'm gonna explain to you why I believe the Bulls win by 8 tonight here. I just think the Bulls have been playing really well basketball as of late. I'm a Bulls fan. Um, we still have various rumors that Zach LaVine will be traded, or Nikolai Vucevic will be traded. And I mean, my thing is, I would hate for us to trade Vucevic because I believe he's a solid big guy and he plays well. Now, on the other hand, would I be sad to see Zach LaVine go? No, I feel like we could get some, we could get some parts back for Zach, and I think we could build around Vucevic and DeMar DeRozan. And I don't know, we've spent a hell of a lot of money on Lonzo Ball, who doesn't seem like he gives a fuck about coming back to playing basketball, in my opinion. And so I just feel like we got to do something here. We're 25 and 27. We put Lonzo Ball, we put DeMar DeRozan, we put fucking Zach LaVine and Nikolai Vucevic together, and we thought it was going to be a lethal combination, and thought we'd be dominating the East and have a pretty good record, and we have not. And I think now you kind of have to, you have to evaluate this situation here, and you have to try to do what's best for the team. And I think if we could trade Zach and give him to another team, and maybe get some, other parts coming back that will help us, I think that's the only way. Because if we just let Zach walk next season and don't get nobody for him, and we're still stuck with Lonzo Ball, who's fucking hurt as fuck all the time. And, I love DeMar DeRozan. He's a competitor, and Vucevic as well. But Vucevic has too big of a contract, and I don't think any other team right now has the cap to do that right now. At least the teams that are, forefront running to take on that cap from Vucevic here. I mean, he's a big cap hit right there. And the Spurs, like I said, they're just a young team that, they'll be better, like I said, maybe in the next 2-3 years. Spurs, with the young players they have, and if they can get some other guys, other moving parts to come to San Antonio, I think they'll have a better record than they have right now. And I like some of the young players. I like some of the young talented players they have. Obviously, I love Kendall Johnson. I love Devin Vassily. Jeremy Sochan, he's been pretty well. I like Trey Jones as a point guard. They have this other guy too. What's his name? I want to say Dinka. I don't know. Probably fucking up the guy's name, but he's like some backup center dude that's gonna be pretty good, I think, in the future. But a lot of these guys have just not enough experience, and just haven't played well enough together to have that continuity to try to make. I mean, they have beaten some teams, some good teams on the season so far, but tonight we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight, obviously, with the Spurs and the Bulls. Bulls sometimes play down to the competition, and we almost lost to the Trailblazers. Trailblazers were beating us pretty bad, and then we had to come back, and it was thanks to Zach LaVine. I mean, the guy that we want to trade, or I'd say we could trade to get some value back, and that would be able to. Because I feel like if we try to trade Vucevic, it's too much of a risk, and we're gonna end up losing, and we're gonna end up bringing somebody back that ain't gonna do shit, and then we're just gonna be back to being the shitty Bulls again. We have not been to the playoffs since Derrick Rose. Okay, Derrick Rose and Young Kim Noah and Tom Thibodeau was coaching this fucking team. Okay, no disrespect to Billy Donovan. No disrespect to Billy Donovan whatsoever, but I don't think Billy Donovan's a good coach. Let me just be honest, flat out honesty. Not saying I would do better than Billy Donovan as a coach. I'm just saying Billy Donovan to me is not a good professional NBA coach. I mean, look at Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens was a hell of a great college coach. But now look at him now. He's the GM working in the front office for the Celtics, and now look at them. I'm just saying. Some these good ass college coaches, it'd be like Coach K. I think Coach K could come into the NBA and do that because he's coached obviously, Kobe, LeBron, some of these. But John Calipari, maybe he could be another guy, but I don't know. I mean, you look at these college coaches and you think, why don't they have the success in the NBA that they did in college? Well, it's different. Guys are professional. Some guys aren't gonna listen to the coach unless they respect the coach and they feel like the coach knows what he's doing and knows what he's talking about. But needless to say, I'm saying Bulls win by 8 tonight here over the Spurs. So let's just pull that out there. And let's pull off these records here. And then we're going to pull up the next two teams here, which will be... Alright. Which will be the Houston Rockets taking on the Sacramento Kings. Very good matchup here. A very good matchup here of, teams that, I mean, yeah, by record, the Rockets aren't the best team here. By their record, obviously. But they're still competitive. They're still competitive here, and, let's make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Alright, and then let's put the Kings up here, where the Kings hold court. Then we'll put their records up here, and then we'll get to talking about the Kings and the Rockets here. And I appreciate the person that came in here, and and I know people like to lurk, and some people don't like to say things, but I appreciate you coming in and checking me out here. I mean, I'm trying to do the best I can as doing my sports thing here, as an amateur sports guy would on this, circuit. And so, I just try to do the best I can. And, I at first I didn't have all this cool bells and whistles type shit here. As far as, but, yeah. Alright, let's put Sacramento's record up here right quick here. Alright, Kings are 29 and 23. Let's get to our... Let's see what the Rockets what is the Houston Rockets record here? And the Houston Rockets record is 13 and 40. So obviously, we got two teams going in the exact opposite. And let's be honest with you, the Rockets are a team that basically is still young. They're still young. They're trying to get their proverbial feet underneath them. They're trying to figure out who's our main two stars on the team. Obviously, I would say Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. But Alice Baroon Sagoon he's been a goon. He's been a goon in the middle. And then you got Jabari Smith here. He's been playing a little bit well. I feel like him, Sagoon, and Jabari Smith together here in the next 2 years, that's going to be a combination you better watch out for. And so then they got some other guards, and then they got Eric Gordon here is an old player and this and that. But the Rockets just a young team still, and the record shows 13 and 40, just like the Pistons. I mean, these are probably the worst teams in basketball. Let's be honest with you. The Rockets and the Pistons are probably two, as far as record-wise, two of the worst in the NBA right now. And we have the Kings 29-23 here. Obviously, Kings have been playing well. I mean, they got kind of smacked up here by the Pelicans. Well, that's because they haven't really had De'Aaron Fox has been out for some personal reasons. And Sabonis, they've kind of kept him out as well a little bit here, just keep him healthy. But tonight, definitely going to be a high-scoring affair here. Definitely going to be some high-scoring points here. As you're going to see, my prediction is going to show here. As my prediction is going to show here. Alright, here we go here. I'm predicting a 127 to 123. Kings win by 4. 250 is I think both these teams are going to put points up on each other. Definitely that's going to happen here tonight. Both teams are going to put the points on each other, and that's basically it here. I mean, I think the Kings, are well enough and have enough, players, but I think the Rockets, they play tough sometimes at home, and they play, some teams that are better. They play, they play just as good, or the other teams just have kind of a struggle. So we'll see this game here. All right, let's move this off here. Let's move this one off here, and we're gonna move that to there. All right, let's go to the next game here. And the next team that we're going to talk about here is the Utah Jazz and the Dallas Mavericks here. Okay. Two teams that, definitely competitive here. Definitely, you definitely probably see these two teams in the playoffs. Most definitely here. Alright, there's the Jazz here. We got the Jazz logo there, and then we're gonna get our Dallas Mavericks logo up here. Let's get the Mavericks logo up now. Then we'll get the records. Alright, let's get the records up here. The Mavericks on the season are the Mavericks are 28 and 26 on the season here. And then we got the Jazz here that are similar records here. The Jazz are 27 and 27 here, so this is going to be an interesting game tonight here. I mean, in a lot of different ways. Obviously, there is no Kyrie Irving going to be playing tonight. Luka Doncic has been hurt. I believe he's been rolled out for tonight. Christian Wood is not playing tonight. Obviously, Timmy Hardaway Jr. is going to be playing, and there will be no Spencer Dinwiddie or no Dorian Finney-Smith. So I'm really tonight. I'm really all over the Jazz tonight here. I think the Jazz tonight. I think the Jazz win this one, and in pretty good fashion here. I think, so I'm predicting a Jazz win here, 119 to 101 here. I just think Jazz have the better team right now, the better cohesion is the Mavericks. A lot of injuries, and once Kyrie and Luka, what are we going to get with those two guys? I mean, how are they going to play? Are we going to see them coincide? Is there going to be some sort of rift? I mean, I hope not. or it's going to be a bad, bad, bad trade for the Dallas Mavericks going forward. So we're not going to really spend too much time talking about that here. So the Jazz definitely going to win there. I mean, if Kyrie was here, we'd talk a little bit more. But I think the Jazz definitely going to take this one tonight easily over the Mavericks. All right, so then we have the next game here. We got two more games here. We got two more games on the docket. And we're going to talk about here, we talk about the Portland Trailblazers right now. The Portland Trailblazers taking on the Milwaukee Bucks here. So a solid game here. I think two teams that, obviously Bucks are a lot better than the Trailblazers are right about now. But, the Trailblazers have been fighting here. And they've been fighting. They've been, they've been scratching. They've been clawing. They should have beat us last night. I'm just gonna leave it at that. They should have beat the Bulls last night here, or afternoon or whatever it is. But now they have the Milwaukee Bucks here. We're gonna play the Milwaukee Bucks here, which have been playing, fairly well. I mean, considering the fact that I'm not sold on Milwaukee here. I mean, I like Giannis, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sold on Chris Middleton and some of these other guys. So I think when the playoff run comes, I think it's going to be really telling here. All right, so let's put the records up here, and then we'll talk Bucks and Trailblazers, and then we'll talk a little bit about college here. All right, the Bucks are 36 and 17. So we got three teams that have a record of 36 and 17. We have the Milwaukee Bucks, we have the Denver Nuggets, and we have the Boston Celtics. So three of the better teams, two teams in the East and one in the West. So let's look at the Trailblazers record here on the season as well here. All right. So we look at the Trailblazers record here as well. I mean, look at that. They're 26 and 27. Considering the fact that they don't have CJ McCollum and they don't have the guys they don't have, and they just got Dame Lillard out there, the Trailblazers are playing a hell of a great basketball right now. I mean, some people would probably beg to differ. I mean, they'd be like, "Oh, sir, no, I have to disagree with you on that here." No, I believe the Portland Trailblazers are playing really good basketball, playing efficient basketball as much as they can be. And like I said, they got a lot of young guys as well on that team. Obviously, Nurkic and maybe Josh Hart get traded. Two players that are being brought up in as far as getting traded out of there could probably help them. Let some of these young guys get some more minutes in there, and maybe this team could, pull like a New Orleans Pelicans last season. Milwaukee Bucks, man, they just been cruising, and they've been. So tonight here, I think it's going to be competitive. I think I think the Trailblazers are going to give Milwaukee a lot to think about tonight here. And that's why I'm predicting the score to be this. I'm saying Milwaukee wins tonight here. Milwaukee gets a win. 113 to 107 against the Bucks get a win. But it's going to be tougher than I think the Bucks are going to expect here. And sometimes the Bucks don't really play too well on the road. But I think Bucks have enough to be able to beat Portland here tonight. And but I think Portland keeps it close. I think Portland has played hell of a lot better basketball the last two weeks. So considering why they're more closer to 500 than they have been, so that's why I say Trailblazers are going to fight tonight, keep it really close, and the Bucks I think will be able to Giannis has been on his game here. He's had some games where he took it on the chin. Like, it was his fault, but he's been some games where he's put the team on his back, and he's helped them win. So I think that's good enough to help them win tonight against Portland, against Dame Time. But Dame Time's gonna be on time tonight. He ain't gonna be out here. He ain't gonna be out here gonna let these people embarrass him out there. All right, the last NBA game that we got to talk about here is the Golden State Warriors here at home taking on the Thunder Buddies. Taking on them Thunder Buddies here, but we got to talk. Let's talk about these Warriors now, though. Steph Curry now. Steph Curry is now hurt. He has a torn ligament. I believe, is in his leg. So I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a repeat for the Warriors this season here. And I just don't think they have enough in them here. And they're facing the Thunder tonight here, which have, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder have been playing exceptionally well here, so. And I mean, I like this game a lot here tonight. Here, I think it's gonna be a competitive game here. Definitely a must-watch basketball game between both of these teams. Even though, considering Steph Curry will not be playing here, I still think that the Warriors can still play tough, because I think Jordan Poole is proven, and I think some of these other backup guys, Kuminga and Dante DiVincenzo, have really stepped up. So, I mean, it's going to be a hell of a game. I think there's going to be a lot of points to be had in the game here. So, alright, there we go. Oh no, I was supposed to. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did the wrong one first. Oh, my bad. I was like, oops. I was like, oh, let's put the wrong score in here. All right, Thunder. Look at Thunder, 25 and 27. 25 and 27 there. That speaks volumes, considering there's no Chet Holmgren on this team here. They got Shai and Josh Giddey and a bunch of other guys, a bunch of other young guys here, and they've kind of been together for about I would say this is their third or fourth year. I know Shai and Giddey have been together for about, I want to say, 2 or 3 years now. So yeah. So yeah, let's talk about it here. We have Thunder 25 and 27. The Warriors are 27 and 26 here. So no Steph Curry tonight. And that injury is going to hurt the Warriors more than you guys can imagine. I mean, look what happened last year when Curry was hurt. And when he was hurt down the stretch, and he was hurt down that, and he was hurt for quite a while last season. And then Clay didn't come back, and then once those guys started coming back a little bit, they really started to bond in here. They really started to really do the damn thing here. But I don't know. This season, this is different here. I mean, Draymond's banged up right now. Clay's banged up, and it's just some of these younger players are gonna have to step up for the Warriors, in my opinion, if they're gonna have a chance at a really good run here. So that's what you expect. So Mason Montana, you single. sir, what is me being single have to do anything with sports? This is not a dating line. This is not some jokery of a of a thing here. And you see a smile on my face. I'm not. This isn't the dating. This isn't the dating site, sir. And it doesn't matter. I'm over here talking sports. Unless you have something productively to talk about sports, I'm just gonna continue talking about the Warriors and Thunder for the time being. No disrespect. I'm not a gay person, not trans. I don't hate those people. I don't hate people that are that way. It's just, well, I appreciate you that you think I'm cute. I think I'm look good and all that. I appreciate that. I wholeheartedly do. But I'm not gay. I'm not homosexual. I'm not transgender, and I don't hate those type of people or anything like that. It's just I am who I am, and I sit here and talk sports. But most people don't want to talk sports. They want to say I look cute or I look like a Barack Obama, and they want to fucking talk shit all the time. And I'm not here trying to get mad at you. I'm not gonna berate you or anything like that. I'm just saying, man. Like, you want to talk sports? Do you like sports? Do you like soccer? Do you like hockey? Do you like NBA? Did you like football? I mean, I appreciate people think that I'm good looking, but I'm not dating anybody. Not looking for a mate. I'm just trying to talk sports and do me. All right. So I just think the young guys for the Warriors got to really step up in order for the Warriors to have a successful season and really come into the playoffs, because Steph Curry, a torn ligament is not an easy injury to come back from. I mean, it takes months. It takes months to get the strength back in your leg and get movement, and then just so. But the Thunder, they've been a team that I bet on in Las Vegas, and they're just a team that most people were like, oh man, these guys suck. Who the fuck are these guys? They just pick these guys off of the street or something? No, but OKC Thunder really playing well for the record and for the players that they do have, 25 and 27 in the West. I mean, you got the Denver Nuggets out there, you got the Jazz, you got some hardcore, you got the Grizzlies. I mean, there's some hardcore tough teams out in the West this season. And the Thunder, I mean, 2 games only 500. I mean, last season they were getting smoked by everybody. This season they're actually proving that hey, we're going to try to make a spot here. We're going to try to get to that playing game to try to see if we can maybe get in that possible playing game here. So we'll see. And so, yeah, let's get the prediction here. What do I think is going to happen tonight here as far as predicting here? Predict what is going to go down. Alright. I think this one's gonna be a a scoring matchup as well here. I think this becomes a crazy game here. So, alright, there we go. There's my prediction. 120 to 117. I think the Thunder are just a little bit better than the Warriors tonight, and that's why I feel like this game's going to be very close. And, 237. This game probably go over 240 easily. Both teams are competitive. I mean, minus Curry, I think the Warriors still got talent enough to put points on the board here. I mean, maybe not defensively. So, same thing with the Thunder. They're not a very defensive team as well. So, if both teams can put up points, they're not going to be too much defense. So, look at high scoring. I need someone to take care of me. Oh, I can take care of myself. And most people should. It's called self-care. It's called self-care, self-esteem, self-confidence. And, yeah. Alright, so let's go on. We're going to talk a little bit about a couple college basketball games here, men's and ladies here. So I'm going to take off the records here. I'm not going to show the records for the college. Just going to talk about the college teams here. So let's get busy. Let's get busy and talk about the first game here. We got the Miami Hurricanes. We got the Hurricanes of Miami. We got the Hurricanes of Miami taking on those boys, the Blue Bloods, from the University of Mike Krzyzewski, the Duke Blue Devils here. And yes, I know I need somebody to take care of me, but, you know, I could take care of myself. Thank you. Alright, so we got Duke Blue Devils and the Miami Hurricanes. Hurricanes came out with a big victory over the weekend over Clemson that was ranked. Duke actually got a victory over North Carolina here. But, I don't know. Duke this year doesn't look like the same Duke team that usually comes into fruition here as college basketball is concerned. You know, usually, you know, Duke's one of the blue bloods schools that, you know, they have, you know, top 5 recruits always come there and play ball. But this year, kind of had a down year. Same thing with North Carolina. Miami, they've had some great players there. Isaac Wong here, you know, to name one guy. Yeah, so this is gonna be a downright good game here tonight. Here, I mean, you know, Duke could probably pull this one out here in a close one here. But if the Hurricanes could shoot the lights out and just come in ravaging like a hurricane, you know, I think they definitely got this game well underhand here, and definitely one of the better games in college basketball tonight here to watch here. That is going to be competitive here between, you know, two competitive teams. Obviously, you know, Miami Hurricanes are more of a college football team than they are a college basketball team, but they do have a college basketball team that definitely competes year in and year out. Duke, same thing. College football, more or less, they've been battling it up to getting better. But, you know, they've been a really good basketball team for years now. So, I mean, but, you know, it happens. Teams, you know, they go through the highs, and then all of a sudden, you know, they go to the, you know, the struggle bus. They hit the struggle bus. All right, let's go talk about this next game here. And this is men's basketball. We're gonna talk a couple ladies basketball games here. And we got the Kansas Jayhawks here, Rock Chalk Jayhawk here, taking on the Longhorns from Texas. All right, the Texas Longhorns here. Them Longhorns from Texas here. Them Longhorns from Texas. Yeehaw! So I mean, Kansas ultimately, you know, they had a great team last season. This season they've kind of struggled a bit. Texas has actually gotten a little bit better this season. And so this Big 12 matchup here, and Texas and Oklahoma are leaving as far as football, going to the SEC, but that won't be till 2025, so another 2 more years these two teams get to stay in the Big 12 before it's changed here. But yeah, Kansas and Texas, going to be a great game on the hardwood tonight here. Kansas, like I said, definitely usually has their top blue blood school. Texas generally is more of a football school, to be honest with you, but they are starting to build up the basketball program as well. So I definitely see another close game here as well here. You know, could be within 5. I mean, it depends if one team just gets smacked up or whatever. Mason, Montana, where do I live? What does it fucking matter, dude? Now I'm really gonna have to. Now I'm gonna stop my sports show to address you. Now, can you respectfully respect me before I have to fucking respectfully ban your bitch ass? Now, I told you, in a nice way, now I'm gonna be a fucking asshole. Okay? I'm gonna stop what I'm doing just because you need fucking attention and because you need someone to take care of your pansy ass. It doesn't matter where the fuck I live, okay? I live in Uranus, okay? Is that a good answer for you? Does that self-suffice you? You're just curious? Why are you curious about where I live? I'm over here talking to sports. If you want to engage me with sports talk, I'm cool with that. If you're asking me who the fuck I am, what my life is, 21 motherfucking questions, what is the purpose, my man? If you're trying to hit on me and get a fucking date from me, you can go fuck yourself. Respectfully. You can take this fist and shove it up your fucking ass. Okay? And I don't give a fuck if these Karens and Chads and all these motherfuckers get their feelings hurt. I'm fucking sick of it. You know? Mm-hmm. Now I gotta sit here and address motherfuckers that want to sit up here and act like I'm over here talking sports. And now I gotta be Mr. Asshole and talk shit to people now. 'Cause you're making it my fucking duty to talk shit to you now. Now, Mason, Montana, you live in Montana, Mason? Or where do you live? What's your name? Where do you go? How big is your... What do you do? Yeah? I can't win for nothing in this world, in this life. And then I have to hear my mother run her raggedy ass mouth all the time, talking shit about me. But no, we could have not met or something, dude. Like, dude, I'm not a gay person. I'm sorry to say it. I'm not a homosexual. I'm not a transgender. I'm not into those people. I'm not into the homosexual LGBTQWXY fucking Z community. I love vagina. I'm a man that loves a vagina. I don't like dick. I'm not bi-curious. So, now I'm gonna be an asshole. Straight motherfucking asshole. Straight motherfucking douchebag. And I don't give no fucks. Just like you people come up on here and fuck my shit up, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. You know? I get up on here and talk sports and nobody says a goddamn thing. Except for, oh, well, let's look at Kenny. Let's look at this guy. Oh, you look cute. Oh, I want to fuck you. I want to marry you. I want to... Has nothing to do with sports. Has nothing to do with sports. And I'm fucking sick and tired of it. This is what it is on the internet nowadays. Everybody wants to be motherfucking Captain Saberho. Well, I ain't Captain Saberho, motherfucker. I sit up here talk motherfucking sports 24/7. Does anybody come on here? Halftime? Fuck no. Halftime motherfuckers just sit here, don't say shit. And then half the time, these other people want to hit on me. Does this look like a dating show? Does it look like I'm putting my dating app up here? Does it look like I'm looking for fucking... No. No. I'm talking fucking sports. I don't need anybody in this motherfucking world to make me happy. Make myself happy. Gee, golly whiskers, man. Well, nonetheless to say, Texas Longhorns and Kansas Jayhawks gonna be a good college fucking basketball game. And there's only two good men's basketball games on here. Now let's talk about the ladies games, because nobody else on here wants to ever talk about the ladies games here. It's always about talk about fucking. So we got the Lady Wolfpack of NC State and we got the Lady Hokies of Virginia Tech here. So this is a ranked matchup here. This is a ranked matchup for the ladies here. Both teams for Virginia Tech and the ladies from North Carolina State are ranked, and this is going to be probably the best game of the night here on the ladies slate. I mean, effectively, both these teams have almost the same identical record, honestly. But I mean, both these teams are in the top 15 ranked wise. NC State girls, they played well last season. I believe the Virginia Tech girls played well as well too. But I just, just a good game on the hardwood for the ladies. And the ladies don't get enough respect from the ladies or the men, to be honest with you. I mean, nobody watches women's basketball. They don't watch WNBA. The only women's thing they watch is the women's U.S. soccer. Where's the love for the ladies here? Where's the love for the women that go out here and play the sports too? And not even necessarily, it's not a shot towards the men, because the women always say it's misogynistic. Well, what about the women? Women don't even support the other women. So where does that go? Where do we leave this? Where do we leave there? Where do you leave it there? Where do you leave it there? But yeah, definitely going to be a great game here on the hardwood here, as far as probably the best game on the ladies' slate tonight. And then last but not least, we have the Bulldogs of Mississippi State here. The Lady Bulldogs here. Mississippi State here are taking on the Lady Volunteers of Tennessee here, which generally the Lady Vols have a amazing team all the time, but this season, I don't know, they've had kind of a down season here, so it's been. But I still think the Lady Volunteers still beat the ladies from Mississippi State tonight here. Definitely going to be a good game. And hey, for whatever it's worth, this game is going to be a good one as well on the ladies. Just these two. And the same thing on the men's. There's only two games that are really good, and these two games that I'm talking about are going to be the best ones that you can watch here today. If you're going to be watching sports, that is here. It is 2:29 out here in the West Coast. I live out in the West Coast. You can go figure that out. You can play Where's Waldo with that. And and people get mad. People want to just come up here and act like it's a fucking comedy show. It's cool. I can roast motherfuckers too. We go up here and talk shit. I can get up on here and make this a fucking comedy hour, and it's all good. I'll get kicked off fucking YouTube, but it's okay. Because if people want it to be a shit show, it'll be a shit show. I mean, half the time when I want to come out here and talk sports, motherfuckers don't want to talk sports. They want to sit there and say stupid shit. And so, of course, I'm going to get mad. When I tell somebody, hey, respectfully, just fucking let me talk my sports. And when you want to talk sports, you can talk sports, we're cool. But if we talking fucking, you want to date me and all this other weird shit, I mean, dude, come on, bro. I mean, honestly. That's evasive. I mean, what would it be like for me to go into someone's chat and start fucking hollering at them and start saying shit? You look like a fucking simp. You look like a desperate ass motherfucker. And nobody comes to my channel, bro. I'll be flat honestly. Nobody comes to my channel unless talk shit. And unless it's my homeboys or my friends or people I tell, they come by and check it out. That's it. Most of the time it's just me talking. Ain't nobody else talking. And unless it's like I said, unless it's just dumb shit that does nothing to do with sports. Like if I'm doing my music thing and you want to ask me some shit like that, fine. I don't care, bro. But when I'm over here talking sports, I want to talk sports. If you ain't got anything constructive or whatever, then keep it pushing, man. Keep it pushing. I'm tired of looking like a fucking asshole up on the internet because people want to talk shit and then get a good laugh about it and then make me on some live fails bullshit. Well, fuck you. Fuck you. Respectfully making money off me. And I get banned and shut down, all shadow banned and all that shit, bro. Like I do. I'm just fucking tired of that shit, bro. Like if I'm talking sports, please respectfully keep it on sports. Don't sit up here asking any other questions. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not trying to jump on your shit, not trying to talk shit to you, not trying to belittle you, whatever, man. Just let me be me. I don't go around fucking everybody else up on their streams and everything else, and I don't want people doing that to me. You know? Respectfully, if you want some shit, let's talk sports. I'll talk sports about anything. But what I don't want to sit up here and talk about is my sexuality, if I'm single, whatever. That has no fucking relevancy. Has no relevancy, bro. Has no relevancy. And like I said, I'm not gay, homosexual, I'm not a gay basher, I'm not a transgender basher. But you're barking up the wrong tree, is all I'm saying. And I want to say it respectfully. Because I respect people for their values, and I want people to respect me. Don't come at me all sideways and halfway cocked and shit like that. You know? That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying, Mason. I'm not over here trying to crush on you or kick you in the nuts or anything like that, bro. But, you know, just got something to say about sports, man. Talk sports. And if you don't like sports, then I don't know, man. Appreciate you subbing to me. Appreciate you being here, but that's all I have for sports today. So I mean, we're about to cut this. We're about to keep it short, simple, and sweet. But you know, tonight I'm gonna be doing some music. So you know, I'll be doing that. Be jamming some music. Hopefully, you know, they won't give me a fucking ban. Ban my shit off. You know, like they've done that like 11 times already. 11 of my music videos, my music mix have been just taken off the line. But I could guarantee I could show you fucking people that basically are in the same boat as I am, and they don't get no strikes, they don't get no bans, but me, I get the ban. I get my videos taken down, all that types of shit. Where's people coming to my rescue, my aid and shit? No, nobody's saying shit. Motherfuckers just keep their mouth closed like a motherfucker. So I don't want to hear that shit. But yeah, we'll be doing that later on. You know, bumping our jams and shit, watching our sports, watching my Bulls. You know, hopefully we'll beat the Spurs. Hopefully we won't fucking lay a fucking goose egg and lose tonight. But yeah. So we'll be back tomorrow for the sports, but we'll be back later on with the music here. We're doing some cool DJing shit, you know, my DJ program and all that shit, you know, just playing some music and just having a good night, you know. That's how we end the night. We just try to have good vibes, good times, and you know, we do the sports during the day generally, during the day, early evening, and then late at night usually we just put our music on, and that's what we do. So if you fucks with that, then you can come back later on if you want to watch Mason. But right now, toot 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 toot.